to another episode of File on a Play. I am your host, Kristy Love, and I have my lovely co-host Dan from the Three Kings podcast. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. We got to talk about the Bears. It is so much to talk about. I
There's a
know.
lot.
I know. I know. Um, So before I get into today's episode, please make sure you guys follow Team NBS Media on all social media platforms. Make sure you guys check us out online at teamnbsmedia.com. We have a lot of YouTube shows, podcasts, articles about sports, current events, so the election, lifestyle, entertainment, like everything. So make sure you guys check us out. All right.
So there's a lot going on. A lot going on.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. So make sure you guys tune in. We got you covered. So we have to talk about the Bears. The Bears lose to the Arizona Cardinals in Arizona, which I knew was going to happen because Arizona is a good home team. They're playing good football. They're now 5-4 on the year. But what's crazy is some of their stats is not the best. Like I think they were like 27th in defense or 23rd in defense. They're dead last on third downs. But
Hmm.
looking at how they played against us, they looked amazing. Like they really beat us on foot. Like James Conner, all the running backs, like he had over
Oh, they
100
was gashing us. I think they averaged like 9 yards per carry.
9 yards per carry. That's a
Something like that.
first down per carry.
Something like that. It was crazy.
But
213 yards on the
you
ground as a
know,
team. It was ridiculous.
Bears defense is horrible against the run. We can stop the pass, but it's the run that's the issue. And
They were better than that. They came into the game like 14th, ranked 14th,
they
and they
did.
gave up about 120 yards per game. And
Hmm.
then in that game, they gave up like over 200, 213 yards or whatever it is.
I know
So
we were hurt, but
it
there's
ain't
no
no excuse for
excuses.
that though. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. Um, you know, it's just a devastating loss. It's really hard to get that Commanders loss. Get that taste out your mouth. That was a really really tough loss. Going into Arizona, I just want to say, the team is giving up silently. They're giving up. I feel like, in my opinion, they don't really trust Flus. They're really questioning Flus and Shane's play calling. Um, why is the players going on interviews saying how, oh, coach should have did this, should have did that, called this play, ran this play this way? That's embarrassing,
It's
in my
embarrassing,
opinion.
but it's true though. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's true, but
Like you got
but
to look at the
but
play and the situational football that's happening. And that's I think that's why the players are doing some of the stuff that they're doing, in my opinion,
mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm.
And because they're doubling down on it. Like Shane doubled down on the handoff to Doug Kramer. Um,
He'll
Eberflus
do it
doubled
again soon.
down on some of his decision making, right? And
Mm-hmm,
we know that those decisions that they made are terrible. They're bad.
mm-hmm.
But you gotta, when you don't accept responsibility, but you want your players to accept accountability for their actions on the football field, how can you do that? You can't demand something that you're not willing to do.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Respect for
One
you.
thing I do want to question is why did Flus decide to leave Caleb in the game in the last couple of minutes and now he tweaked his ankle? I'm just gonna be real, Dan, in spaces, you said it don't matter. I heavily disagree because I'm gonna be honest, I might sound crazy. Oh well, I go back to Derrick Rose
Hmm.
when Tibbs kept Derrick Rose in the game in the fourth quarter and we was up. We had a comfortable lead. You don't know the story. He tore his ACL. So it's like if we're not going to win that game against Arizona. It's a complete loss. It's 29-9. Why is Caleb still in the game? Like they can't protect him. Not Carolina. The Cardinals is still rushing the quarterback in the fourth quarter. That just shows that he's going to get hurt.
Well, he need
So if
he
you
need
know that, take a
maybe that need to happen then. You know what I mean? I hate to say it like that, but you know
That's
what?
crazy.
he gotta accept his role in that situation. He was running around back there trying to do something with the ball.
He was.
Put away.
He was.
You know good and well you're not about to win the game. So while you running around back there and then you get tackled, I don't wish injury on anybody. So I don't want to come across like that. But what he's doing, it not only puts himself at risk of injury, but it fatigues and wears out his team as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said a long time ago, weeks ago now, you cannot be Superman on every doggone play.
Mm-hmm.
Like at some point in time, you got to throw the ball away, get rid of it. You gotta, scramble if you're gonna buy some time, break the pocket, run, and get down. You know what I mean? Get the first down and get down. But he's running around back there and he's trying to look for this, the stuff downfield, and it's cool sometimes, but in the pros, man, in the NFL, that's not going to be
Mm-hmm.
conducive to a good football team, you know, or putting up points or moving the ball even, in the NFL at this level. You can't
Right.
do that every single play.
I agree with you. Caleb Williams is playing Superman ball. He want to be that hero. Oh, I got us the lead. I did this. Like, come on. It's getting old.
Yeah,
He do it every game. He do it every
yeah,
game. You know, throw the ball away. Nobody's open. Throw the ball away. It's as simple as that. And one
yeah.
thing I don't understand, for the past 2 weeks, Cole Komet has not been targeted. I'm not sure if we got one or two last week, but Cole Komet has not got no targets, I think, this past Sunday against the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Why are we
Zero
not
targets.
targeting our tight end? Why? What's going on?
He don't like
You know,
checking the ball down.
you
I,
know,
I
like,
mean, I mean, and Chase Daniel did a nice breakdown of it. I tweeted
yeah, I
it
saw
out.
that.
Uh, he doesn't like checking the ball down. He wants to go downfield. He wants to throw it downfield. And to me, bro, you gotta, I just look at it and I say Tom Brady is considered by most to be the GOAT quarterback, right?
Hmm.
Greatest of all time. And he made a living off of it. He literally won Super Bowls where he would go 6 of 7 for 42 yards on the last drive, and Adam Vinatieri would kick a field goal, and he gets credit for it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, dude, you don't have to be the guy to throw the touchdown pass and 50
Hmm.
yard balls in the air and stuff
Hmm.
like that, or the spectacular throws. Like in the
And same with
breakdown,
Grom. Hmm.
he threw the sidearm ball. He didn't even have to throw that. It's like, why did you even do that? I
Yeah.
don't even know why he did it. You know. So
And his safety net is Rome. Like, he's not really targeting nobody else besides Rome. I think Mercedes was in the game on Sunday and he got a target, or was it Gerald Everett? One of them.
I
It
think it
should
was
have.
Mercedes.
It was Mercedes Lewis.
Yeah.
I don't know. This Bears team, honestly, is it's just so much wrong and so much broken at this
Mm-hmm.
point. I mean, y'all looked at me crazy a few weeks ago when I said I got the Bears winning against the Cardinals, Panthers, and who else we played? The Vikings, not the Vikings, the
New England next week
New
or
England and
this
the
week coming up.
Jaguars. The Jaguars, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
we won those
we
games
got
though.
the we're gonna I only gonna have the Bears winning the Patriots game because we're at home. And I wouldn't be surprised if we lost, because everybody knows it. We saw the stat on TV. We are 0-18 on the road on
Mm-hmm.
Sundays. Flus is 0-18. That stat is nasty. I have not gotten over that since I heard it on Sunday.
0 and
Um,
18 on the road on Sunday,
on
and
Sunday, but
3
we
and
play
18
every Sunday.
overall on
We
the
play
road.
every Sunday from what, September through January. We play just about every Sunday with occasional maybe Monday night, Thursday night game. How? Since December whatever of 2021, though we are almost in 2025.
Mm-hmm.
There is absolutely positively no way the Bears have not won a game on the road on a freaking Sunday. That is just a hard pill to swallow. So with that, we need to go ahead and fire Flus. Like, we all know he was not the guy last year, And if he was going to trade Justin and draft Caleb, a whole new quarterback, a whole new OC, start fresh completely. Start fresh completely so Caleb and the new coach can bond and just start fresh. But no, Ryan Poles want to keep his guys loose, and look where we at. Look where we're at. We're 4-4. We'll go 5-4 this Sunday, and that's probably going to be one of our last wins of the season. If you want to be completely honest with me, that's my opinion. We have our divisional games. We have the Panthers next week. Then we got Minnesota the week after.
Yep.
Then we got Detroit the week after that for Thanksgiving. And then I think after that, we got San Francisco. We are not going to win them. There is no confidence. The team looked over it. Caleb looked lost, a deer in headlights. Our defense is hurt. They can't stop the run. You have these good teams, good defenses that's going to rush Caleb. Our O-line is going to crumble and fall. Caleb is going to get hit and potentially get hurt worse than a freaking tweaked ankle. We are not about to win the rest of these games. And it sucks because I just hate how it was so much hype, and look where we at. There's no reason why the Bears should be 4-4 in the hardest division in football right now. Everybody in our division is on the uprise while we going down week after week after week. There's no reason why. So if the Bears as a whole, the organization, if they want to show us change, that they really want to win, they need to fire our head coach. I say in season because they don't do that. Look at the coaches that got fired already. The Saints and whoever else. Why can't we follow suit? Why can't we follow suit? You know what I'm saying? So if the Bears are really about change, fire Flus. And if for some freaking reason we don't, Ryan Poles needs to go. And I also heard a rumor on Twitter.
I can't do that. I can't agree with that. But go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish. I can't agree with that though. Wait, I'm gonna let you finish though.
I heard a rumor on Twitter. I don't know how true it is. I don't know what source I asked, but they didn't respond. That Warren didn't even want Flus after this past season. He wanted him gone, but Ryan Poles decided to keep his guy. So I feel like with that, Flus is good as gone. It was already evident the start of the season that he was in the hot seat. He's good as gone. He's so good as gone. And if he's not, they're gonna lose more than half of the fan base, in my opinion.
If they don't fire Ryan Poles?
Flus.
I don't think the fan base is going nowhere. The fan base is going to stay. That's number one. It's the Bears. We've gone through it this long.
They're gonna lose me.
They're gonna lose me. We're gonna be here. Watch.
I'm not. Y'all enjoy that.
Where you going? Where you gonna go?
I don't know, but not here. I'm gonna tear all this stuff down.
I mean, I can't. I'm not gonna say Poles needs to go. Right? Like I can agree that Eberflus, he's on the hot seat. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
And as Bears fans, where we find ourselves now, and you know what, we talked about this on Three Kings in the Midway too today. We're at a situation where it's like everybody knows Eberflus has to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you want the Bears to do well, right? If the Bears somehow come away with, and they get on a rope and they win some games, or they get split the division and they beat San Francisco and Seattle. Think about that. That's 5 games, that's 6 games. You're looking at a 9-7 record or something like that, and it's like he probably skates, and they probably keep him again. You know what I'm saying? Possibly, if they get rolling and make a playoff like that. So it's almost like you want them to do bad, but at the same time you want them to do good. And now we're at this situation where we got to think about that. It's bad, man. It's just a bad thing because Eberflus, his biggest thing is he's horrible in situational football.
He is.
He's bad with his timeouts. He's bad with his decision making in crunch time. He's just bad at so many things when the game is on the line, and he doesn't accept responsibility for it. His coaching staff doesn't respect accept their role in it, right? You have a situation where they double down on things, but
Mm-hmm.
then you expect and you ask your players to hold themselves accountable.
Mm-hmm.
And then you say you want to help them hold themselves accountable. And it's like, well, who's holding you accountable? Who's accountable for the blunders and the mistakes that you make with challenges that he's
Mm-hmm.
done time and time again, or when he doesn't challenge a call, and
Mm-hmm.
clearly we should have challenged something.
Yeah.
Who's to blame when you put Doug Kramer and in the fourth quarter, first carry ever, and you're
For a
losing?
touchdown pass.
It's a bad situation. It's a
Hey.
you could do that play. I'm not saying the play is a terrible play because you could do the play, but don't do it in that situation. Don't do it at
Right.
that time in the
Right.
game. That's the problem. So he constantly makes these errors and these problems, and that's what we have right now. So the with Bears fans, the sky is falling. Right, the
It
sky is
is.
falling. Doom and gloom. Everything is bad. You know what I mean? They're 4-4. Um, can things change? Of course. Do I want them to change? I really don't know, because I do want Flus gone now. So I don't know if I want them to change much. I want to see progress, but it's like just a little bit of progress, enough progress to me for
Yeah.
me to be like, okay, they're growing, but Flus still
Flu
need to
still needs
get
to.
up out of here. You know?
Yes, I was gonna say the same thing because even if the Bears somehow magically go on a run and start playing better football, they cannot forget where we're at in this moment. You can't forget stats like being 0 and 18 on the road on Sundays. You can't forget stuff like that, even if the Bears go on a run, because yeah, it's a quick one run, but the past couple of years have been bad. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So in that, Ryan Poe's got to remember, yeah, you did a nice job, but your time is still up. So that
Yeah.
that's my opinion. So even if the Bears do good,
And that's
which
the problem that we're gonna have. We keep doing the
yeah,
same thing. It's draft a
we
quarterback,
yeah,
lame duck coach, fire
yeah,
him, bring somebody else in,
yep,
learn a new system. You know what I
yep,
mean?
yep,
Justin Fields had 3 offensive coordinators in 3 years.
yeah.
Same thing with Trubisky. He had 3 offensive coordinators in 3 years. You know what I mean? So it's like, or 4 years. So
Trubisky was
they
trash
keep
though.
doing it. I mean, even with Jay Cutler, this is the problem. Was Trubisky trash, or are the Bears that inept at developing a quarterback? I tend to
Both,
think that they're
both.
that inept.
And I only say that because I remember when we drafted Trubisky, he played like 13 games in college total. And
Yeah,
I think with a top 10 draft, that was a bad move for the Bears to draft up to get somebody like that. That's why I said that. And I mean,
yeah,
yes, yes,
I agree with that.
we cannot develop the quarterback at all. That's the biggest problem. But Trubisky definitely had his flaws, and you still see that going to the Steelers and then him going to Buffalo. So that's why I said that. But
No, it makes sense. I mean, I agree with you. He definitely had his problems, and
mhm,
it was like, okay, this guy ain't the guy. We all
yeah.
seen that. But I'm
And then his
saying,
last year, I'm
all I'm
sorry.
saying is that the Bears, they just don't develop anybody. So
Mm-mm.
even if you
Nope.
have, everybody's not going to come out there and beat Joe Montana, Tom
Yep.
Brady, Troy Aikman. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be Steve Young walking through the door every time. We got one of the top prospects ever, right? That
Mm-hmm.
most people was telling us. Caleb Williams is a can't miss. He's a generational talent, which is,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion, a term that's
Earned.
used way too frequently.
Yeah,
In
earned
my
that.
opinion. So you got that situation, and it's like we're still not developing guys. And I want to get to Caleb, but I'll let you go ahead and if you
Yeah,
have
we'll get
something
to
else
him in a
before we
minute.
get to it. Yeah.
Because I found a stat. I don't know if you already heard it, but I'm going to talk about it real quick. But yeah, the Bears, and we saw on Hard Knocks when Flus, I think his old coach had came in and was like, you guys never develop a quarterback the right way. And I guess he was giving Flus pointers on how to develop Caleb the right way.
Hmm.
But even then, I knew he was not going to be developed the right way. Because in my opinion, we should have just kept Justin Fields because he knows what we have and what we're working with. And everybody been saying it. We could have kept Justin and fixed the O line. That was the biggest issue. And I don't even like how the Bears, because the deadline just passed today, and the
Mm-hmm.
Bears didn't do absolutely nothing besides get rid of Khalil Herbert. But
Well, what can
it,
you do? I mean, you're 4-4. The team is kind of reeling. I don't expect them to go and make no deals and make no, you know,
something to fix it up to make it somewhat better. We have injuries too on both sides of the ball.
what you gonna do? So if you do something, if you pull the trigger on that, Poles is probably thinking the same thing that we might be thinking. Eberflus
Mm-hmm.
got to go. So if you go and you pull in players and you spend draft capital to get these players to come in and say they start hitting and they do well,
Mm-hmm.
then what, you gonna keep Flus?
No,
So you're not
I
gonna
see what you're saying though.
I'm not gonna put any more investments into this situation that I see players quitting. DJ Moore walked off the field
I heard he did
when,
that because in play he went out of bounds.
well, I mean, he might have went out of bounds. Looked like he tweaked his ankle, but he
I
still
heard that
just
too.
walked off the field and sat on the bench. Like,
Because didn't he walk? Didn't he like step out of bounds on accident? And while you're in play, you can't come back in, right?
I don't know.
That's what I heard, and that's why he did that. But
still
I
ain't
don't think he quit like that. I just can't see him quitting like that.
it ain't.
Mm-mm.
That's not a good look, bro.
It's not. But
It's not a good
I
look.
mean, I don't know. That's what I think. I'm not
And
knocking
even if
for
that
it. If
is the
that's the
case, you
rule,
still
that's
don't
the
walk
rule.
off the field. You still don't walk off the field because you still, you know, let the quarterback know. Like, I'll give you an example. I think
Mm-hmm.
it was one game this week where the guy, he stepped out the back of the end zone, but the guy waved his hand and was like, "I'm out of the play because I stepped out." He let his quarterback know. This is New England. He let Drake
Okay.
May know. Hunter Henry did. He
Okay.
stepped out the back of the end zone, the tight end, and he put his hand up like, "Don't throw me the ball because I'm not eligible now." You know what I mean, or whatever. And then Drake May was able to go to a different direction. So, you know, even if that is the case, I don't accept it because, on the
Mm-hmm.
football field, you never leave the. He was sitting down when Caleb finally ended up throwing the ball,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
half of that is these guys are not on the same page,
They
in my
never will.
opinion.
They never
Right?
have been.
The only person that really is on the same page with Caleb is Rome. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think Keenan is. I don't think Cole Kmet is. I don't think DJ is. I don't even think DeAndre Swift coming out of the backfield is. I don't think anybody is,
Mm-hmm.
except for Rome. And that's a problem. That's a
Mm-hmm.
problem, in my opinion. You got to get your guys involved. These are all veterans that put up numbers. You're doing them a disservice and you're disrespecting them, in my
Mm-hmm.
opinion.
Yeah.
They feel disrespected. I guarantee it. As a guy that DJ and Keenan Allen, 1,000-yard receivers, touchdowns, all pros, you know what I'm saying? All of that stuff, accolades for days, both of them. And to, Keenan got like 17 catches on the year, 160 yards. Come on, man.
DJ Moore
You know what I
got
mean? Come on.
37 and 374 yards going into week 9?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at this time last year, he had 600 yards, 50 catches. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, there's and wide receivers are divas. They want
They
the
are.
ball.
Yeah.
They want the ball, and I want my wide receiver to want the ball. So I don't knock them for that, but I do knock you for walking off the field. I don't think that was a good idea. That was bogus.
Yeah, I
That
get where
pissed
you're
me
coming
off. I ain't
from.
gonna lie.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I just, that's what happened in my opinion. So, but you're right. Um, Rome and Caleb, they're best friends. It's just this whole thing is just it's forced in my opinion. Caleb, DJ, never on the same page. They never have been. I even saw a tweet on Twitter today. I have to find and read it. Basically talking about why DJ Moore is acting how he's acting because it's being forced. They're not on the same page. Him and Justin were best friends. It's
I don't even care about
and
Justin
he
at this point, right?
yeah, and the reason is because he didn't want to. I guess from what I saw online, he didn't want to come into a situation with a whole nother rookie quarterback because he went through that same thing in Carolina during his years. You know what I'm saying?
It's life, bro. It's
That's what
football,
I mean.
man. You got to make the best of it at this point.
You
You know
you
what I mean?
do you do you
You know what I
do
mean?
you
He
do,
he got
and
to
they're
he
not.
got to find a way to put that aside and make the best of the situation because at the end of the day, you did sign another contract. You
He
re-upped,
did. He
and you
did.
didn't have to. You didn't have
110
to,
million.
but you took the
He did.
money. You took the money, so you re-upped. You're going to be here for 6 years, including this year, right?
Yep.
It's a grand 6 years. So you're going to be a part of this, and Caleb's going to be a part of this. For y'all to work,
Y'all got
y'all
to
got to
figure it
work
out.
together. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? It is what it is. Like I don't understand, the whole mentality of I got to get my other guy involved. I got to get Rome, bro. Throw the ball to the open guy. There was so many plays that Caleb
Hmm.
missed.
Yep.
Johnson was open. DJ could have walked into the end zone one time. You know what I mean? And you're missing these throws because you're looking for the deep shot or you're looking for the home run. And it's
Hmm.
like sometimes take that check down, man. Do what's right. Play football. I question his IQ, his football IQ at this point. Because
Well,
when you throw a sidearm throw when you don't have to, that's a problem. That's a problem because I believe you're trying to look good rather than win the game.
yeah.
Of course, you're trying to win the game, but I think looking good, making spectacular plays is is in his mind and it's causing him to make bad decisions on the football field.
Did you
That's just my
know?
opinion, though.
Did you know Caleb Williams currently leads the league in off-target throws? Did you hear about
Yes,
that one?
yeah.
That's nasty,
I
dog.
think he got like 58 of them or something.
58, he
Yeah.
do. Off
And
target
and and
throws.
and we've been talking about that. We've been talking about the deep throw
I have.
accuracy and everything, and 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 people attacked us for it like we was telling a lie. The
The
proof
stats
is
is
there.
there. It's
You
there.
can't argue that. The proof
You
is there.
cannot. Numbers don't lie. He has 58 off target throws through week 9.
That's
Off
bad.
target. You lead the league, the NFL. Come on
Hmm.
now. And then the past couple of games, he finished this game against the Cardinals 22 for 41 for 217 yards, and he had no touchdowns. Last week against the Commanders, he had, I think, 130 something yards, no touchdowns either. So the past couple of games, he has no touchdown throws.
Hmm.
We didn't really have a lot of good drives in this past game. I think we had that one good drive in the fourth quarter against the Commanders that got us in field position. But Caleb, he's struggling.
He's
Like
struggling.
we
I
just
want to see
saying.
him do good, man. It's just a
I do
situation
too.
where
I
it's
feel bad
like
for him
you feel bad for him. I don't
a
feel.
little bit.
I can't feel
In
bad for nobody on the football
in
field.
some aspect, I do.
I got you. I got you. But I just, I look at it and I say, okay, these are the things that we said was going to be a problem, and I said this time and time again through the off season, even
Hmm.
last year when people were clamoring for him, uh, you know, putting him in Bears jerseys and stuff like that, and tweeting it out, like during the season when you have another quarterback playing, you know what I mean?
I
The
know that was
disrespect,
yeah. I
but
know.
it is what it is. But I said this like he's off target, in big games he comes up short sometimes.
Hmm.
Um, his footwork is not good. There's a lot of things that go on with his game. He's a big game hunter. He holds on to the ball too long. There's a lot of things in his game that need to be worked and tweaked and worked on. And you know, I blame Bears fan base, right? The fandom, the media, even local media, because they pumped this up so high.
They did.
And that's why it's such a big letdown right now. The Bears are 4-4. That's actually, it's like okay, we're 4-4. Let's, you know, you you're not out of the playoff picture by any means, right? You're not.
No, we're not.
But
We know what's
it's
coming
it's coming. It's a huge letdown though because people pumped it up so much. He's a lead in this, he's a lead in that, he's a lead in this. And then when you get him out there and it's like, okay, we see a lot of issues. We see a lot of the same stuff that we saw with our previous quarterback, right? The holding on to the ball too long, the missing wide open players, the you know what I mean? The trying to hit the home run every single time. These are all things that we said Justin did. And I said that. I said there's differences between the two guys. They both hang on to the ball too long. They
Mm-hmm.
both try to look for the home run throws every time. Justin's bigger, stronger, and faster, but Caleb has a quicker release. That's the differences I've seen in the two players. They both can make all the throws, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Caleb's release is quicker. He gets the ball like his Justin's got a wind up, right? He's got
Yeah,
a slower delivery. That's what I mean.
I
So
get it.
those are the differences between the players. And when I said that, people acted like I was stupid or something. It's like now you see, now you
Yeah,
see,
you guys see it clear as day.
now you see. You can't deny it. It's there. It's in your face. So it's what we dealing with, man. But you gotta. Who do you blame for it though? I blame the fan base. I blame the media for pumping it up. You don't tell me this man's elite. You know,
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to reading defenses, when in college everybody's a one read quarterback. Everybody is. Your first target in college is usually wide open because they're so much better than the competition.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just it is what it is. Um, Now you're going to go up against talented guys every single week, and you
Mm-hmm.
cannot do the stuff you did in college. Can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it'll pop up every now and then, and that's what I mean. He has to pick and choose. He has to figure out when to be Superman. He can't do it
Right.
every single play. Can't
Right.
do it.
Right.
You know.
So this is where we at.
Let me ask this question. Let me ask you. What do you think needs to be done to get him to change that though? Does he need to
Honestly,
do? What does he need to do?
honestly, in my opinion, practice makes perfect. So
Yeah.
I feel like he needs to have extra practices to figure out what is he going to do. And somebody needs to be consistently in his ear and be like, stop trying to be the hero every single game, every single play.
That's what I'm
Somebody
getting
needs
at.
to keep that in his ear. Whether it needs to be coaching, to be honest. I'm sure
Yeah.
his dad is saying that, but it has to be his coaches. So I feel like those two things are very important in order for him to change.
Well, his
Um,
father's gonna be biased though, because it's his son, right? And we
exactly. That's why I
saw
said his
that. We
coaches.
saw that with his dad on Twitter when he said, you know, real coaching when he was talking about somebody else, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he
Yep.
deleted the tweet, but you know what he was getting at, right?
Yeah, we know
He's getting at,
exactly.
hey, my son is being coached by some bums right now.
Yeah,
That's what he was getting at. So his dad is gonna be biased. I don't pay attention to that. But the coaching staff,
it needs to be the coaching
Eberflus,
staff.
Eberflus got to get a hold of him, and Eberflus has to get a hold of the offensive coordinator Shane, and he got to be
Yeah,
like,
and call him out.
look, we need to get on the same page. Check the ball down. Take the easy stuff. Take what the defense gives you. You cannot keep doing what you're doing. You cannot keep running around in the pocket. Once again, when you're running around in the pocket, there's a lot of things that can go wrong. If a guy is blocking one way, right, you put
Mm-hmm.
extra pressure on your offensive lineman because when you change direction, now my block automatically becomes a hold because you're changing direction. Now, when I'm
Mm-hmm.
blocking one guy here and you run this way, now all of a sudden he's trying to go that way and I'm holding him. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
I
So
do.
you put your guys in worse shape. They're trying to figure out where you're going, so they're looking at you and trying to block at the same time. And then you got to have wide receivers that know when you're doing this so that they can break their route, roll with you this way or roll with you that way. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have all that has to be kind of work together somehow. And if you're not interested in taking checkdowns, then guys are out of the play at some point in time when you're doing that. You know what I mean? So right now it seems like Rome is the only one that's on the same page. Um, I just don't even know if Keenan and DJ will be able to get on the same page this year. It looks so bad.
It does.
It,
It
it's
does.
it's not a lot of it's not a lot of optimism from me when it comes
No
to that. It
chemistry.
just looks bad. It looks bad.
No chemistry. Yeah, they they
Yeah.
they have to figure it out. They just have to. DJ, you the number one. Like even DJ, like y'all need to find time outside of practice to, and I said this during the bye week, come together and make it work because we're here.
Yeah, you got to figure
We're
something out, man.
here. Like, like you said, DJ signed that contract for what, 5 years,
Hmm.
110. Caleb on that rookie contract. Y'all are here, so y'all have to figure it out the same way he did with Justin. Do with Caleb. You know what I'm saying? You have to do the same thing. So to answer your question, somebody need to be in this man's ear and be like, you need to calm it down, play football, make smart decisions.
Hmm.
Stop trying to be the hero because it's going to get you killed. You're going to lose yards, which he has.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
mean,
just,
in the game against the Commanders, in the
mm-hmm.
what was the second quarter where he got out, he was about to get sacked. It's
And
like
he ran.
10 sack. You're still in field goal range, but he gets out of the sack, runs into another sack, and loses another 7, 8 yards. And
Yeah.
now you're out
We
of field
can't
goal range.
afford that. We can't afford that.
You can't give
So,
away points when we can't score anyway. Why are we giving away points?
exactly. Exactly. So, I'm pretty sure Flus and Shane have talked to Caleb, but they're just it's something. It's I don't know. Flus,
They
he
don't
just
they don't have
he's
the I
retarded.
don't
He's
think they
retarded at
have
this
the
point.
they don't have the it's something missing with Shane and Eberflus. I don't know if they
Yeah.
have the respect of the players. Um,
Mm-mm.
I think the defense is was lackluster the other day, and I think it's
It was.
because to me it looks like he may be losing the locker room, like you said earlier. You
Mm-hmm.
said it's lost. I'm saying he may be losing them, right? Um, the first thing to the defense played horrible,
They did.
horrible, and sure enough, you had some injuries, but still,
There's
really,
no
really bad,
excuses.
really bad,
Yeah. Yeah.
really bad, and you know, you just got to be better than that, man. You got to be better than
Yeah.
that. The effort wasn't there, not
Yep.
like it was in previous games. So, you know,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm
He's
disgusted
losing.
with what happened, though. To be
I
honest with you,
I am too. He's losing the locker room because if your player is going on interviews saying that I want to say no to players losing the locker room, like that speaks so much volume.
yeah.
I want to say no.
And it's
Come on,
like back to
DJ.
back weeks where DJ Morris says something. He says something about whatever the Commanders game, and
Yeah,
then they came back to him and he said, "Yeah, Eberflus wants us to keep stuff in house, but I'm not going to apologize for what I said. I stand on it, but we'll keep it in house." So it's like he doubled down on it. It's like
he said
so
what he
you can
said. He
see
stand on it.
yeah, it's a little bit of
DJ
he got
Moore.
some problems in that locker room. I'll be
I'm gonna
honest
tell
with
you
you.
this right now. It's gonna be one reporter that's gonna ask. It's gonna ask the question the right way to get the response that we want. I promise you. Have another bad 1 or 2 games. I promise you. Somebody's gonna ask him. You know what we want to know. In a way,
Hmm.
he's gonna just let it all out. I swear to God.
You might be
At this
right.
point.
You might be right.
So,
You might be
so
right.
let. So, with that being said, win or lose against the Patriots on Sunday.
I'm gonna take a win. I'm
I'm
taking
gonna
a
take
win.
a win.
The Patriots are a bottom 7 team in this league. They're not that good. So, you know, the Bears, they have an opportunity to kind of try to get things together before you get into this difficult part of your schedule, right?
Right.
So, if they can kind of get something together with this game, they should be able to beat the Patriots, I believe. You got a rookie quarterback on the other side in Drake May. You
Mm-hmm.
got a defense that's not really that good. Their skill position players are not that good. The Bears should be able to do some damage. Now, Ramondre Stevenson is a beast
He
at the
is
running back position, right?
absolutely,
Got him on my
absolutely.
fantasy team too, by the way. But he's a monster at the running back position.
He is.
So, the Bears need to solidify, do something up front to slow down the run game
Hmm.
because giving up 200 yards last week was ridiculous. And you can't
Unacceptable.
do that. You can't do that again. If they give up another 200 yards, then Patriots win. If they can fix that, stop that run game a little bit, slow it down, then they'll be all right.
I got the Bears winning, like I said, because we are at home.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but honestly, my keys for us to win is, like you just said, slow down the run. Slow down the run.
Yep.
Um, and then my other key to the game is if we're gonna play football, play football, play smart football. One,
Yeah.
please stop with the slow starts. We like every game this season, win or lose, we always had the first what 2 drives where they're like 3 and outs like that.
Man, it's not just this season. It's been like this for
It has.
the past 5 years.
It
Slow
has. I'm
start,
not even gonna
slow
say
start,
that.
slow
It
start.
has, but come on, get it together. Stop the slow starts. Get
For
in
real.
rhythm. Get going. Start a good drive. Score first.
Mm-hmm.
you know, score first and build
Let
on
the
that
defense
lead.
play with the lead for once, man.
Yeah,
Dang,
yeah,
you
absolutely.
know.
So those are my keys to win. If we lose, I will not be surprised.
Mm. That's
That's that's
sad.
that's that that's all I gotta say.
That's
Before
sad.
we move on to my love and love nots, Khalil Herbert, he did get permission to seek a trade, and then today he got traded to the Cincinnati Bengals, and he looks happy. He tweeted out, "Thank you, God," with the prayer emojis. But we traded him for a seventh round pick for next year's draft.
Mm-hmm.
I wish we would have got like a sixth or a fifth, maybe, because a seventh, we can't get anything with that. We can't get nothing with that. That's like a waste. Like
It's not
seventh
a
round.
waste because what was he doing on our team? He wasn't doing nothing but just collecting a
Yeah,
paycheck at this point.
he wasn't, but I feel like he's worth more than that. He
Yeah,
was
but
our
that's the
RB number
thing. That's the
one.
thing. Does the league view him as worth more than that? Because running backs are a different thing, right? So you got
Mm,
a 4 year guy. This is his 4th year or whatever. And is it his fourth or third? Third or 4th year.
I think
But
it's fourth
running
year.
backs don't last long, right? So the way the NFL looks at it is draft capital. You know, if I draft a guy, I can draft a guy in the 6th round that's 21, 22 years old, right?
Mm,
Or 7th round, 21, 22 years old, and I can put some work into him. If Khalil Herbert's 25, 26 already, he is pretty much what he is at this point in time. He's not going to get better, but he's a stopgap guy. And they had an injury, so it works out for them. It works out for him because he gets a nice little opportunity to try to earn the next pay contract, basically.
mm.
Um, but I think it was a good deal. I think they got pretty much what they could have got for him. I don't think anybody was going to be able to offer a 5th round pick or a 6th round pick for him. I think
I
7
guess.
was appropriate.
I guess maybe a six would be a little bit better, but I hear you.
Yeah, you
But
always want to get as much as possible, though. I feel you on that.
yeah, I mean he's not bad. I get what you're saying, but I don't know. A six would have been a little bit better, but I wish him luck.
No,
Get out this toxic situation that we're in because it's very toxic right now. So I saw that clip of him going to practice at in Cincinnati. He had the biggest smile on his face.
oh
The
man, what is
biggest
wrong?
smile on his
Well,
face.
good, good. Cincinnati ain't no better.
He
And
better
if
than
he think
us.
he finna get paid in Cincinnati, he ain't getting no.
He's gonna get some.
Mike Brown ain't
He
giving nobody no money in
he
Cincinnati.
gonna get some guaranteed playing time.
That owner ain't giving him nothing. Watch, they gonna use
He
him,
they RB
let
number
him
two.
play, and I guarantee you he'll be somewhere else next year too.
Wow.
But
Okay.
hey, congratulations. You want to act like it's a death sentence to be with the Bears? The Bengals ain't nobody. Who they? Who the Bengals? What they doing?
Mm,
There ain't no death. All right. So since you want to act like that, Khalil Herbert, I don't wish you good. Kristy Love can all she want to, but I don't wish you good. I hope all the bad things happen except for injury. I don't wish injury on nobody, but all the bad things in football happen to you. All the losses happen to you and nobody else. Since you want to act like it's a death sentence to be with the Bears,
wow.
Buster.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Go ahead.
All right, now it's time for love and love knots. Okay,
Hmm.
so I'm gonna do my love first. I'm giving my love to the Detroit Lions. The Detroit Lions have been playing good football since last year, to be honest. But they're continuing this season. They're 7-1 for the first time since like 1950 56.
Mm.
They're 7-1. Like
Okay.
the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
Like I remember them being 0-16.
They're
Remember that
balling.
season?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they just traded for they just got what's his name?
Zadarius. Zadarius Smith.
Darius Smith.
Yeah.
Thank you. From Cleveland. So they just got scarier. Um, but I want to give them their flowers because they're playing good football. I really believe they're gonna go all the way.
All the way.
Hey, I know they're in our
Dang.
division, but I'm not being biased. They
I feel
almost
you.
did
I feel
last
you.
year.
I like that. You're being objective. That's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. They almost
You
went
gotta give them
last
their
year.
credit. I've had them like on a power ranking show on here on Team NBS Media. We had a power ranking show. It comes out on Wednesdays. I
Mm,
uh I put them as my number one team the last 2 weeks because they've been doing it. They've been doing it.
yeah.
Got to give them their credit.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, I rooted for them last year. I'm rooting for them this year. I do hope they
I
go
don't know
all the way
about
because
you going way too far,
no, I
Kristy.
ain't.
You rooting for them? That's I got a
Okay,
problem with
let me
that.
rephrase that. Let me start over.
I'm about to
If
say
they are in the NFC Championship game, going to the Super Bowl, I'll probably root for them because they deserve it. They deserve it. They play hard. Shoot. If it was Green Bay, absolutely not.
if it's anybody in my division, absolutely not.
I hear you.
But go ahead.
I hear you. So yeah, I'm giving the Detroit Lions my flowers. Y'all keep balling. I like Monty, so I root for him too.
Yeah.
So love to see it. And then my love knot. I have two of them. The first love knot goes to Drake May.
Why are you picking on Drake May?
This man, because they went okay, they just played the Tennessee Titans. It went to overtime, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was a good
Mm-hmm.
game. They went to OT. The New England Patriots have the ball. They're going downfield. This man threw a pick and lost the game, bro. And I'm picking on him because he was on my parlay. And I needed the New England
I
Patriots to
knew it
win.
was an underlying issue. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
So
You messed up your parlay.
he did. He did. I was thoroughly upset. It was a money line parlay, so it was so sweet. Um, we played them on Sunday. We're probably gonna beat them, but yeah, that pick was ugly because they could have won. They
Yeah.
they really could have won. They had good
Yeah,
field
you choked
position.
that one. He's a
Yeah,
rookie though, man. You know what I mean? He's gonna make
I
some mistakes. I
understand.
think he's played decent for what he's doing out there. Like yeah, but you gotta clean that up though. And you
Yeah,
can't be giving away Christie's money, Drake, man. You bogus for that. You can't be losing her
it was only
parlay.
$10, but
That's
still.
bogus. You find your you find yourself on the love knots if you do that.
And then my second love knot has to go to the Houston Texans.
Okay.
Their offensive line, like as a whole, they're just falling off. They don't look the same from last year at all.
No.
Um, the O line gave up 8 sacks,
Mm,
and yes, 8 sacks.
dang.
8. C.J. Stroud was running for his life. So I hate to see it because I like C.J. Stroud, but they're falling off.
Man, football is hard, man.
Yeah.
You're not guaranteed this thing, man. That's why it's like, I guess that's why teams like Detroit, Washington, even they made a move to get somebody at the trade deadline. Teams make moves, man, because you're not guaranteed this, man. They had an outstanding year last year. They come back this year. You still got some of those same pieces. You add Joe Mixon, he's doing his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they're playing. They were playing pretty good. What were they 5-2? I think they're 5-3 now. Are they?
I think so. Yeah,
But it was a bad game. It was a bad game. Whenever you give up 8 sacks and you
eight
put
sacks is
your
crazy.
that's putting your quarterback in some dangerous, compromising positions. You know you don't want that man to get injured, so they got to
Absolutely.
tighten that up. You had a good list of love not so far.
Yeah, but that's it. That's my love and love knots. So now I want to go ahead and get to picks of the week. We are in week 10.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
You know
Okay.
what? I got to tabulate the last couple of weeks too. I'm gonna do that,
Do
and
it
I'll
right
get
now.
back to you on it next week.
Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah, we got to tabulate that.
So we got Thursday night football. We got Cincinnati Bengals at Baltimore Ravens. I got the Ravens.
I'm going with the Ravens too,
They're
because
at home.
Cincinnati's trash. Plus they got Khalil Herbert. Nah,
Stop hating.
nah,
Stop hating.
they going down.
And then we got the overseas game. We got the um, New York Giants and the Carolina Panthers. Battle of who is the worst team.
I'm going with a tie in this game.
You got to pick one. I picked the Giants.
I'm gonna go to Giants. I'm gonna go Giants too.
Then we got New England and Chicago. We both picked the Bears to win
How you know?
because you said it.
Yeah, I did. I did. I did.
Then we got Buffalo visiting Indianapolis. I got Buffalo.
Yeah, I got Buffalo too.
And then we got the Vikings visiting Jacksonville. I got Minnesota.
Same. I'm gonna go Minnesota.
And then we got the Denver Broncos visiting Kansas City. I got Denver. Somebody has to knock off Kansas City, dog. They have to. Call me a hater. I don't care. Plus, Denver got a top 5 defense. So, well, who you got?
I gotta go Kansas City. They playing in Kansas City. I can't take Denver.
I hear you. I'll be the oddball out. I don't care. All right, we got Atlanta visiting New England. New Orleans. I got the Falcons.
That's a good game, man. But this is a division
No, it's
rivalry, and
not.
these teams
The
hate
Saints is
each other.
bad. The Saints
Yeah,
is
but they
beyond
hate each
hurt.
other though. And for whatever reason, these NFC South things, the Saints, the Tampa Bay Falcons, they
Hmm.
all play really tough against each other. So I'm gonna go to Falcons though. Still,
Yeah. Then we got San Francisco visiting Tampa Bay.
mm.
Yeah. I'm gonna probably go San Francisco on this one.
I'm gonna take yeah, I'm gonna take San Francisco too.
San Francisco.
Yeah,
Then we got Pittsburgh visiting Washington. I'm gonna go with the Commanders. They're at home.
I'm gonna go Pittsburgh.
I want to go Pittsburgh, but they're at home. Jaden
Yeah,
playing good football. I,
yeah,
it can go either way if you want to be
I'm gonna go
honest. Because Russ
Pittsburgh.
been playing good too, but I'm
I
gonna
don't
go
believe in the
Commanders.
Commanders yet.
I hear you. Next game we got the Titans visiting the Chargers. I got the Chargers.
I'm gonna take Tennessee.
Mm. Cause they got that overtime win against the Patriots. Yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
I'm gonna just take Tennessee. I don't know why, but I'm gonna just take them.
Okay. We got the Jets visiting Arizona. I got Arizona because the Jets can't get it together. Aaron Rodgers is still he's old. He gotta hang it up.
I'm gonna take the Jets.
All right. Next game we got the Eagles and Cowboys. Cowboys are at home.
I'm taking the Eagles.
I am too. The next game we have Sunday night football. We got the Detroit Lions visiting the Texans. Detroit gonna go 8-1, baby.
Detroit about to
I,
lose
but
this game.
I want the Texans to win though. I do. But Detroit's gonna win. And then we got Monday night football. We got Miami visiting the Rams.
Man,
I got the Rams.
I'm gonna go Miami.
Mm, okay. I got the Rams. So that is our picks of the week. Dan, next week, let us know how we did with
Yeah,
our picks. I think my picks are solid. The only games that could go either way, the Bears in New England, Pittsburgh, Washington. Um, I know the Falcons and the Saints are a divisional game. That's why I said it could go either way, but I know the Falcons going to win. I think
Denver,
that's it.
Kansas City. You picked Denver. I picked Kansas City.
I did because Denver got a good defense.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah. So before we end the show, I do want to touch on our Chicago Bulls. They're currently sitting 6th seed. They are 3-4 in the year. They did just lose to Utah and gave them their first win of the season because Utah was 0-6 coming into the United Center. But they're playing decent basketball. Kobe White has consistent numbers. Ayo, as of late, has been getting good numbers on minutes.
I
So
think he
it's
had like
like,
25 the other day, didn't he? 25
yeah,
points. Yeah,
yeah. So
he
I'm
was
like,
balling.
okay, I what you doing?
He was balling. He was
So
balling.
I still don't have high expectations for the Bulls. I'm just being honest. Like the whole NBA is kind of like, whoa. Like the Bucks, I think they're what 1-6, 1-7. They just had a crazy loss to the Cavs yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Where
The
Dame got his
Cavs is
shot
seven
blocked
and
at the
zero.
end. That was cold, wasn't it?
Oh, he's such a hater.
He did Dame so dirty. I was laughing. I was laughing so hard. It
Whatever.
was that was Jared. Jared did that. I
Jared
was like,
Allen.
oh man, smack this joint.
Jared Allen. Yeah, the Cavs, they're 7-0 or 8 and
Yeah,
0.
yeah.
Who would have freaking thought?
Cavs look for real too.
They do. So,
Chicago has some things that they got to do, man. Like the way I look at this season for the Bulls is like I don't expect them to do anything
mm,
special. Um, I just want to see who can stick around. That's what it is. It's clearly like rebuilding time.
yeah,
You know what I
again.
mean? They'll probably trade away Vooch. They'll probably trade Zach. You know what I'm saying? By trade deadline in February, and I just want to see, what of these players, any of these players can stick around through the rebuild. I think Kobe can. You know what I mean?
Mm,
And we'll
yeah,
see. Pat's probably going to because they just signed him to a long deal.
yeah.
Um, so he got to play better though, man.
Yeah,
He got to play
absolutely. I
better.
think he had one good
He
game recently, but
please play better.
be consistent. It's all
Yeah,
about consistency. Um, for the Bulls, I honestly, if Kobe White can continue to play well, he will be the face of the team if Zach LaVine does get traded. Him and Vooch.
yeah,
I see him being the leader, because he played with DeMar and him last year, so he knows what it takes to, I guess, take on that role,
right.
to be the leader and to make big plays.
Yeah,
So it's going to be interesting to see what the Wolves do. Um, I've been very vocal about trading away Zach, so I have. I really thought they could have kept Demar and got rid of Zach. That's just me, but it is what it is. Um, I just hate we're here again. I'm just sick of the rebuild. I'm sick of it.
yeah.
I don't know after this season will they keep Billy Donovan because he's definitely been in question with
He
his
gotta go, man. I
defense.
don't like Benny Donovan. He gotta go. That
He's
small
playing
ball
like
that
he
he
in
wants to play
college.
don't work, man. You gotta get rid. You got small ball and you got a bunch of guys that can't shoot threes though. Like,
Hmm.
what's the point of playing small ball?
Hmm. Yep. So
Why do I
it's
want a
just
bunch of guys that can't shoot?
we got 20 guards.
And
The Bulls,
the
the
only
Bulls, the
people
Bulls
that
is
I trust
just
shooting the ball is Zach and Kobe, and
yeah,
sometimes Lonzo. But that's pretty much it.
yeah. Alonzo, he hurt right now again,
Yeah, you heard
but
again.
he should be back
Wrist
probably after this
10
week.
days. I
ten
think it
days,
is
yeah. So
something
next
like
week
that.
he should be back by next week.
We'll see.
But that concludes another episode of File on the Play. I'm your host, Kristy Love. You can
And
follow
I'm
me on
Dan.
social media. Oh, and that's
No, go
Dan.
ahead.
You can follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter. I am Kristy Love. You can follow me on TikTok at Kristy Love Sports. Where can they follow you, Dan?
Of course, on Twitter at Danikin _DG3, Three Kings of the Midway podcast, at @3Kings_Midway. That drops today. This is
Yeah.
dropping tomorrow. We getting it in. We doing things. We doing things big. Make sure you follow Nuts and Bolt. No, 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 no. Team
No.
NBS Media.
Yes.
Team NBS Media.
You
Make
better
sure you
get it right.
follow Team NBS Media. They got a ton of shows. They got college football shows. They got
Yes.
power ranking shows. They got us on here. I
They
mean,
got
come
NBA
on. What else do
shows.
you need? NBA shows. You got, I mean, they got everything, man. You might as
Yep.
well. You might as well like, subscribe, follow, comment, do
All
all
that.
of it, and tell your friends.
All right. Well, until next time, hopefully the Bears get the win and we see some things going up in a positive direction because it's just, and I hope the Bulls, never mind. Just forget it.
We look defeated right now, man.
Chicago
We look
sports as a
defeated.
whole is defeated.
Chicago sports is bad for your health. I told people
It
that.
is.
It's bad for your health. And
At
we
least we're not
subject
White Sox
ourselves to
bad.
this. That's the problem.
At
We
least we're not
subject
White Sox
ourselves
bad.
to it. At least they're not. We
At least
are.
we're not. At least
We
the
are.
Bears and the Bulls is not White Sox bad.
You
That
don't
was
think so?
horrible.
You don't think so?
We're not that bad. The
Yeah,
Bears is
we'll
not
see.
that bad.
We'll see.
Bulls, not right now. They starting off on a good foot, but no. White Sox is horrible. It was dog. But anyways, make sure you guys follow, like, and comment for more, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye bye.
Take it easy.